What were you telling me about when I texted you earlier about if you had anything you was bringing up? I forget what you even
Oh,
told me.
Kamala's Fox interview.
Oh, dude.
That was
Yeah,
bad.
it was, and the funny thing is, it's like I see. I was talking to Red about it earlier today. Is that I'm reading some things. I get on there and they talk about how abysmal, like how horrible Kamala's interview was, and then I scroll a few more tweets, and there's somebody on there talking about how amazing Kamala's interview was. I'm like, I just can't figure out what the fuck. It's so crazy how you can get two different opinions on the same, topic,
Yeah,
like on far ends of the spectrum. Because and a lot of it's just people that no matter what she does, it's going to be the right thing, and then some people, no matter
right.
what she does, it's going to be the wrong thing. But it's just funny to scroll and see worst interview ever, best interview ever. You know what I
I
mean?
know. That's why I've said the whole time, like, it's just so polarized. Like, I don't know. I think 20 2016 was probably the first election I really paid any kind of mind to, and I still
Yeah,
wasn't, big into it. But
like, yeah,
I, so I guess 2020 was really the first election where I was really like, okay, like I kind of understand the politics. I know what's going on, paying attention to it. So I don't know if
they
politics.
sit there and say they've never seen it so polarized like it is once Trump got involved in this. I
Yeah,
mean, this will be people that have followed politics, from journalists to, just political insiders. They sit there and say that it has never been a time like it was once that man got involved. And
right.
to me, that just tells me that it's one of the first times an outsider got involved. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? At least in recent history that I can remember. Everybody else was a politician in one way or another. You know what I mean? They
mm,
were there to play the game when it came to politics. So that's all that tells me is that lets you know how bad they don't want anybody from the outside looking in and looking behind the curtain and seeing what really
no
goes
doubt.
on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and that's the polarization up top, but like even just the general public, you know what I mean? Like it's just
Oh yeah, yeah.
all
Well,
the
yeah, that's what I'm
views are just
right.
so boom, like there's,
Yeah.
no
But that
middle
all
ground.
I think that all goes back to how well the media and the politicians made that happen. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like they never
definitely.
really went that hard before. I mean, politics have always been divided,
Yeah.
but the way that it went with Trump got involved, I just don't think that we've seen anything like that. And that's just me going by what I hear these older people that have
Right.
followed this for decades say. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
that's kind of what I go by, and I've heard numerous. Just listen to Rogan's podcast. People that he gets on there have said that. Hey, unbelievable, what's up?
What's up? What's up? Yeah.
Hey, bro, what's happening, bro?
What up, bro? Me and
But
Austin were talking about it the other day, and he was kind of talking about like if they could kind of get together both sides and try to make a solution to shit instead of
yeah,
fighting so much. And I was like, well, that'd be great. But I was like, even the general public's views on everything is so opposite. Like
so far,
everything, it's
yeah, yeah,
completely polarized on
yeah,
everything. When you talk about, guns, when you talk about, a lot of the abortion shit. I just feel like a lot of the issues that are happening right now, there is no, well, we need a little bit less. It's like either all or none, and that is a wrap. So I'm like, how do you get
yeah.
these sides? Because I'm like, he was basically talking about people kind of swaying away from their opinions on the shit for the greater good of the public. And I was like, well,
Yeah,
it's easy to say that, for your views, but I'm like, what of your views are you going to give up for theirs? It's like if they say, hey, we'll leave gun
yeah,
rights alone, but y'all have to let us teach trans rights in elementary school. Are you going to sway on that opinion? No. It's
yeah,
like I'm not. We're going to allow minors. They still aren't going to have their adult rights until they're 18, but we're going to allow them to have the right on sex changes before 18. It's like, are you going to
yeah,
sway on that opinion? No. And I was like,
yeah.
that's exactly how the left feels about,
Feels.
a lot of our opinions on,
Not
again, I guess kind of going back to gun rights and shit like that, you
well,
know?
no, that's a good point. Is that nobody's willing to budge at all anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all or nothing is what
Yeah.
politics have turned into. You know what I mean? And I
Yep.
think that's like I said, it's driven by politicians. It's driven by the media because the last thing a politician needs is us coming together as
Yeah.
citizens, you know what I mean? And
Oh
saying,
yeah.
"Hey, we don't really have nothing to argue about anymore." That's the last thing they want because they're all out of a fucking job. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, it goes back to these people like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, that these race hustlers. You know what I'm saying? If they sit there and admit that the race problems aren't as big as what they portrayed, well, then they're out of a fucking job. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And that's kind of where all that goes from. Is these politicians aren't stupid. They have to have us at each other's throat for them to survive. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yeah, and it's
It,
like
it,
I just don't understand how they get, which I guess it's happened time and time and time again through history. That's how a lot of crazy, just fucked up shits happen in history. But they get so many people to follow what they're saying and wholeheartedly believe it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
a lot of the part I don't get is how they talk
Not
so many
questioning
people into
anything.
believing some of this shit. You know. Or
Yeah,
even,
yeah,
yeah,
like
believing shit's right. You know, like, oh yeah,
yeah,
no, that's totally
yeah.
right in my head. And it's like, how do you
Well,
feel? You know,
they just do a good job of separating us, man. And then we get on these teams, and it's like no matter what, whatever your team is saying, you go with it, and then you start, looking for confirmation bias in places that you can, and trying to
yep.
convince yourself that what you're believing is the right thing because your team leader's telling you. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just it's a tribal thing, man. Everybody's looking for a leader. Just as humans, I think that's what we resort to is we need a leader. You know what I mean? and
Yeah.
and you just some people get behind them. The same people that fall for these fucking cults. You know what I'm saying? They sit there and fucking. If a cult leader's telling them to drink some Kool Aid that's gonna fucking bring them to the afterlife, they're gonna sit there and do that shit and then feed it to their children. You remember
They
that shit
will
that
too. Oh
Jim
yeah.
Jones?
Yep. I
Man, that shit
just
was crazy.
saw a video pop up the other day on YouTube. One of the survivors did like an interview or something like that talking about it. I didn't watch the video, but I saw it pop up. So
Yeah,
it's funny you mentioned it because it was like 2 days ago. But yeah, that shit was crazy.
it was, man, because they got like a lot of that shit was on video. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, because they were videoing that shit, man. They were sitting there feeding their children that shit, and I mean, and I think essentially it was just cyanide or some shit that was in it. But
Yeah, I think so.
I
But
mean,
like
imagine
even
being talked into that.
right, and even prior to that, what I believe there was like a rescue operation with like a military helicopter
Yeah.
and shit, and didn't like the whole fucking crew go to the little airport landing strip or whatever, and they like
Well,
attacked the helicopter. Somebody got shot, huh?
that's when they started with they're here. We got to drink this. We got to drink this. And then he
Yeah,
started like handing out. Which I got to say, look, uh, in the defense, not the defense, but to give the cult leader his fucking his props, he went full force too because he drank the
he
shit.
sure
You know what I
did.
mean? So it wasn't like he was just trying to talk everybody else into it. Like he fucking must have either he believed it or he knew. All right, my shit's over with. I'm never getting out of this, so I might as well just go ahead and drink it. But he wasn't sitting there hiding from it himself. That crazy son of a bitch.
No, he was with it. Like he was full force.
Looking up.
Trying to see who got shot on that air rescue.
Yeah, I think.
When they were trying to rescue him with the helicopter, a couple of them, somebody died
Oh yeah,
in
yeah. They
that.
were. I thought it was an airplane though.
Maybe it
That
was
they
an
came and
airplane,
landed.
but
Yeah, they had like this major shootout. With the
yeah,
people
a
that were
huge
in on
shootout.
his. Yeah, yeah. There were people that were dying over that shit, man.
Like
They
them
they
motherfuckers were
they still got some people that survived it that think that he was in the right. You know what I mean? That
really
it's like I don't know how. Yeah, dude, it was a
how.
crazy story. I fuck if I know. People are nuts, dude. People are fucking
Jesus,
stupid.
I don't know how you watch these documentaries and you're like, nah, he was a good guy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how you fall for the nonsense to begin with. I mean, how do you fucking fall for a cult? And look, a lot of people say that's what any organized religion is. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
to the point of falling for a cult to where you're doing things that are just immoral. I mean, you're like I said, these people, some
right.
of these people were killing their children. I mean, how do you
Yeah,
fucking go that deep? I mean, you got to have some mental issues, man.
yeah. I feel like anything I get involved in, as soon as they start telling me, "Hey, if your family doesn't agree with this, you need to completely cut them off. Quit
Yeah,
talking to anybody that does not
that
support this 100%."
should be
It's
a
done.
red flag.
I'm like, "What?" You know?
Yeah, yeah, that should be a red flag for
it's
sure when they
either
start.
it's
Cause
either it's either a cult or it's a pyramid scheme. That's the only time
yeah,
I've heard that.
yeah. Look, anything you can't question, there's a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we see a lot of that in this political bullshit that's going on. You know what I mean? You
Oh
can't
yeah.
question anything. Like even with
Nothing.
that, with the damn the pandemic that was going on, it went in, it bled into that. You couldn't question nothing that was going on,
Dude, there
and
couldn't
that
have been a situation much worse than like the cancel culture surrounding questioning that fucking
yeah,
the COVID and the vaccine
it
and shit.
and that's
Like,
what I mean. That should be your number one sign that something's not right is when you can't fucking question shit like that. You know what I mean?
right.
Because like you said, I don't that cancel culture came hard, man, and it
It
was coming from
did.
everywhere. We couldn't be doing this right now back then. You know what I
No.
mean? Just mentioning that just now, they probably would have killed the fucking feed.
They would
You
have
know?
it, or either that or it'd have been a big ass box at the bottom saying,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
here's
Yeah.
the
Telling everybody,
truth
here's the
about
COVID.
COVID.
Yeah,
Like,
the
get the
truth.
fuck
Yeah,
out of here.
the truth.
Yeah. And it's like, I feel like
if
the
if
more honest the government, they would want you to question it. They'd be like, "Go ask questions, research it."
Stu Stu Katz, are you there? Stu Katz got a question for you, Justin.
The cats. Uh, penis, penis.
Yeah. If she says she's 18, is it okay? Um, no, that's too close. She's got
Sure
to
is.
say she's 30 and at least look like it. Next question, please. Next question. Let's see if we got any questions. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Huh. Yeah. That's not a bad one. Is marriage outdated? And I don't mean your marriage. I just mean in general. Like, is it something that people just do out of, I guess, out of tradition? Like, is it necessary? You know what I mean?
I think it's more just tradition now, because nothing
Yeah.
nothing changes. I mean,
Yeah. It's
I,
almost
I
it's I guess to please honestly, I don't want it to sound wrong, but it's probably to please the woman. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because every woman dreams of that. They want their wedding, but as far as yeah, I guess unless you're real super religious, it seems a little
yeah.
outdated. You know the marriage thing because there's
It's
almost no benefits from it. You know what I mean?
exactly like it's just one of those
You know, and
things
that
that like if you take the emotion out of it and really just kind of boil it down to the bare minimum, it's like there's there's no substance to this, like this
no,
whole
that's what I
thing that
mean.
we're
It's
doing, like
it's
there, it's like for what?
yeah, and we all I mean we do it. You know what I mean? If what the hell is this? Nothing. Just two guys from Louisiana talking shit. What are you doing,
Yup,
Jay?
cousin
Opinion on
love.
cousin love? Which is it? First or second cousins? It makes a big difference.
Yeah, is it on grandma or grandpa's side? Which cousins we?
uh,
Hey, that'd
where's
be a
Jay?
good
Jay wants to know
song.
what
We
the
should
hell this
make it
is.
like we could remix that summer loving song, but it'd be cousin loving.
Cousin, come on, Seer. What you got? I want to know. Is it first or second cousins?
We gonna end up like the
You
Whitakers.
know, bro. I was just telling somebody about that today. I said, you want to watch a decent show? Go check out the Whitakers. Yep.
That's what
Let's
cousin
see.
loving turns into.
That's exactly what it turns into. Yep.
Multiple women. Whew,
Depending on
it's
what.
for some people, but man, they're a lot to deal with. Just one of them.
Hold on. You're not even. But he not even answering our questions. We asking you first or second cousin. You never answer. Both? Nah,
Both,
first cousin's off limits. Sorry.
both of them.
Sorry.
Multiple women, dude. Could you imagine having to fucking like
What? Multiple women?
multiple women. Oh my
Oh,
god.
no, fuck that. It's hard enough
Whoo!
dealing with one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, could you imagine
Yeah.
having to like you be on like a four-way call on the way home and shit, asking you fucking what you want to do for dinner and
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm a I'm a one woman man. That's all I can deal with. That's it.
both of them.
Yep. Let's see. America.
America.
That's right, Jesse. That's right. Bro, tell me your name. Thank you, Corey.
Nerd.
Appreciate it, Corey. You seem like a nice person, Corey. Would you help your
Corey.
significant other? There's a question that came in. Would you help your significant other cover up a murder?
Yeah,
What you do if your wife took somebody out and she was like, "Look, I need your help."
I'd
I mean,
help.
would you take that risk? Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Uh,
help. I'd be like, fuck it. Like,
Corey. I don't.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
have to get
Corey.
some glasses, dude.
Make sure you subscribe, Corey. Appreciate it.
I want them
Now,
glasses that make your eyes look fucking
Corey,
huge because they're so thick.
would you help your significant other cover up a murder, Corey, if you have one? Oh, Sleepy needs the details.
The details.
Ooh, it was, let's say she ran into an ex of yours that she just could not stand, had this animosity towards her, got into a little heated exchange, and did whatever she did to make her not exist anymore. Now she needs help. What do you do?
It's a good scenario.
I'm just saying. I was trying to think of a reason a woman would do that, but that's the details. So, do you help or do you say, "Look, you're on your own. I can't do this."
I think at minimum I'd give some advice, you know?
That's probably about it. Yeah. Yep. Oh Lord. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I better say I'd help, but I don't know. Let's see what else we got in the bunker box. Come on, Sleepy. You helping or not?
They're sleeping.
Yeah, apparently. Mm. Yeah, I don't know if that's a gift or a curse. You can predict the future, but you cannot do anything to change it. So you can see what's going to happen. You can't do shit to change it, whether it's good or
Mm.
bad.
I think that would be a curse. That would suck.
That would suck to be able to see the future, but you can't change anything.
Yeah, cause see, I get
You know what I
anxious
mean?
about shit, so I'd be up all
Yeah.
night thinking about shit that's
Yeah.
happening
So
20
imagine,
years from now.
yeah, it's like, look, you're going to get hit by a fucking bus in a week. Can't do shit to change it.
I wouldn't sleep for a week.
Oh, but yeah, that would suck. I don't want to do that. No, I definitely don't want to do that.
That would be terrible. Opinion on
Yeah.
alimony. I mean, I don't know. I feel like
Alimony?
we got some strong independent women out here that should probably
That's
still
right.
be
Yeah,
strong and
we're all
independent,
equal,
you
right?
know?
We're all
Oh
equal. Tell
yeah.
that bitch to go to work, get a job.
Yup.
Sleepy said,
Did
"I'll
you
help. I'll help get her arrested." He's ratting on his old lady. Oh, I'm saying old lady. I don't know what Sleepy is.
He's
Might be a
he said she ain't getting no alimony from this.
nope.
Did you see that it was a newscast, it was like a short and the chick, it was a chick and a dude and they were two, news reporters and she was talking about being strong, independent woman and shit, da 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 and Buddy was like, "Well, didn't you just get awarded like fucking whatever it is, 20 grand a month in alimony from your husband? Like, aren't you taking that alimony money?" And she was like, "I have children."
Oh Lord, no, I didn't see that. Yeah, some of them, man, they get banked, dude, when they
Yeah,
divorce from a dude. And I'm like, why does this woman need $20,000 a month to live? My God.
right. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like that's what I don't understand the whole like we're awarding her enough to basically keep this lifestyle up that she was living with you. And it's like, well, she wouldn't have been living it without me. So what the fuck does it matter, you know? She'd have been in the
Yeah.
same goddamn place.
Yeah, I think they do. I guess you get them accustomed to living a certain lifestyle or some shit. They say,
Yeah, but she
like
wouldn't have been living it without me. So
no, she'd have been in a
shit.
trailer somewhere. Yep. What we
They
got? A
wouldn't
man
award me
needs the
no
break.
goddamn alimony.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Let's see. What other kind of questions we got? Oh, that's an easy one. Phone call or text? Give me a text.
Oh yeah, text me all day long.
Yeah, you call on my damn phone.
Absolutely. Oh, I hate that.
I know. Every time my phone rings, I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I always pretend like I didn't see it, and then like somebody will call me and I won't answer, and they'll text me right after. So I gotta wait like 30 minutes after to respond to the text, so it'll look like I'm not by the phone.
Yeah, it's like everybody's glued to their phones nowadays. So I don't ever believe that shit.
Nope, I was
But
taking a nap or something. Dude, what's with these fucking pumpkin patches and shit that these women want to go to? I don't get it.
pumpkin patches?
Just go to the pumpkin patch. Go to the pumpkin patch. We're gonna go to the pumpkin patch, and then I'm like, for what? For what?
I don't
Like,
know. Is it
I'm
like
and they like, oh, it's for the kids, and the kids don't even want to fucking go. I'm like, so
I
what are
think
we going for?
women just like to get out the house, man. We're content just sitting around doing nothing. But
Definitely.
yeah, women just like to get out. Justin, I want to
Damn
ask you
pictures.
something. If you were abducted by aliens, what's something you would enjoy about the experience besides being anal probed?
That was my answer.
That was fine. I knew you were gonna go with that one. No, it's,
Um,
no. You think they here, bro? You think they're here for real? I mean, what's your thoughts on that? You
I
think there's?
I think there's definitely other life out there. Um, I don't think they're here. They probably maybe have been here before. I'm like, fuck that. But
Yeah.
I think there's other life out there for sure. It's way too big of a universe for there to be just nothing.
You think it's like I don't know, like what we like basically us, but progressed, or you think it's just a totally different, you know, life form?
Um,
Because some people speculate that it's
well,
just humans that have evolved like just a more superior, like shit we can't even fathom. You know what I mean? But it's where
yeah,
we're going. You know what I'm saying? Like we're almost reliving this shit with the way AI is going, and you
I
know,
think there's all sorts of shit on that spectrum. Like, I think there's definitely civilization. I mean, just think about how just on Earth, right? Think about how far back some humans are and how advanced some humans are just
yeah,
based on where you live. Now imagine the whole fucking universe. Now, is it humans or not? I don't know. Um
yeah.
I don't think it's like Martians and shit, but
why, why not? It's funny
I
to believe
just
that.
it'd
Ed,
be it'd be cool, but I think
Ed's
it
right. Ed says Tucker Carlson has an obsession with aliens. Yeah,
yeah,
I think because Tucker Carlson gets to talk to people that know a little bit more than all of us. So I mean, hell, I'd be obsessed with him too if I could get my hands on some of those people he gets to interview. Because I mean, I think they. I mean, why wouldn't there be? You
yeah,
know,
right. There's
like
just so
like
much space out there. It's just our brains really can't even comprehend the amount of space that's out there, you
that's
know?
the thing. Yeah, it's just there's no way you can like you can't even come up with a figure. If you tried to just say, well, how big's the universe? I mean, you can't. You can't even
Right.
imagine it. So I have some people that are like dead set. Oh no, no, there's nothing. And it's like, how the fuck can you say that? You
I
know what I
just
mean?
don't believe it.
I mean, to
I
me,
just
it's
don't think
very
that
interesting.
eh, I think the odds of there really being nothing, especially because it's not like, I mean, I guess depending on your beliefs, it's not like we were handmade, you know what I mean? To where it was like we were just placed here.
Yeah,
It's so for just the Bible,
you there. I mean, it a lot of times it turns into a religious discussion.
right?
When you say that, but I don't. I don't know, man. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I'm with you. I just think that the universe is too vast for
Yeah,
us simple minded fucking, basically just a step over monkeys to be the only thing that's fucking
right.
around. You know what I mean?
I
I mean,
agree
I
one
think they
hundred
visit. I
percent.
think they visit. People always, well, why wouldn't they make their self known? It's like, why would they? Maybe they don't want to. Maybe they know it's gonna throw everybody into a panic. They may not be bad just because they're fucking
Yeah.
aliens, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they do exist. I mean, I know anybody tuning in right now is like, what the fuck are they talking about? But it's like, but if the
Yeah.
aliens are real, I mean, it's like, why they don't have to be bad. They may be watching us like, let's make sure they don't fuck everything up because these people are crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because I think a lot of people think that if there were aliens or whatever, that they would think like we do, and, if we
Exactly.
had the capability to get to any other planet where there is life, we would definitely make ourselves known,
Yeah.
We'd be, "What's up?"
Yeah, I
But,
think yeah, you're right. Everybody likes to judge it on how we think. You know what I
right.
mean? Like we're the superior, beings. And it's like, no, we're fucking, I don't know, we're who we are. I mean, some of us fucking stupid, some of us are evil, some of us are good, but to say that that's how everything out there would be, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
it's very simple-minded thinking, and I know people that think like
Absolutely.
that. Like that's just us. And like I
Yeah, I
said,
just don't
including,
believe it. I
I
mean,
hear Elon say it. I brought it up before. I hear Elon. He likes to deny, and I just don't believe that he believes that. I don't know what this fucking dude's thing is, but he's real quick to sit there and say, "Oh no, I don't think there's anything out there." Like, why would you say
yeah.
that if you're Elon Musk? You know what I mean? This motherfucker puts rockets, so he knows what the fuck's up there, or he knows how huge the fucking universe is, and to just be
Yeah,
so
and
quick to say, "No, I don't think it. I don't think they exist." That just always throws me off when he says that shit.
it's like, even with all the technology we have, like, we've been able to, like, semi-reliably get to one planet farther into the
Yeah.
solar system. That's it, I mean, we've sent satellites that have traveled, but we haven't been anywhere, so it's like, as short of a distance that is compared to the whole solar system, and
Yeah, it's
it
nothing.
just the whole,
What did
let
Ed
me
ask?
is Area 51 just America top secret technology for the military?
I don't know if
That's
it's just that. I think that's part of it. You know what I mean?
what they say.
Look up dude Bob Lazar, and it'll make you start thinking different when you hear his story. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think they're testing a lot of things out. I do
Mhm.
believe that if there's anything uh, questionable that they don't want the public to see, whether it's some craft or whatever the fuck they've got, I think that's the kind of place they bring it to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's funny when the conspiracies about there being stuff there is based on them basically responding so hard to anybody that's trying to sneak through the gates or whatever,
Yeah,
sneak through the fence, and I'm like,
yeah.
it's still a fucking military base. Like, go try to break into any military base in America and see what the response is, you
Oh
know?
yeah, you're saying that just because they show so much resistance that it has to be aliens,
Yeah,
Yeah, I know
that's
what you mean. Like you go to any military place and try to
any.
fucking yeah, I'm with you there. Try to get by their front gate and watch what happens. But
Yeah.
I just think there's too many stories that have come out of that place,
Oh,
from
yeah.
people that, are pretty reputable people. When you listen to their stories, they have no reason to lie, nor have they gained anything by their stories. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you start hearing some of the details that they put out, and it's like, it's very fucking intriguing, And I don't know, like I said, I don't know how much you know about the Bob Lazar guy, but, if you read up on his shit, man, they came after him. Like
Yeah.
they tried to destroy this man when he started telling his story, to the point where they were basically saying that, his education was false. He never went to the school that he said he did. Well, then it comes out years later they had proof that he did go to the school that they claimed that he
Yeah.
didn't. Like they tried to erase his history. You know what I mean? It's like, why would they go at you that hard unless they were
Yeah.
trying to cover up something?
It's like just the government's MO. Like, as soon as the whole government starts attacking somebody's character, they're probably on to something,
Yeah, oh yeah. When it's kind
you
of
know?
like we were talking about with this person, Trump. Yeah, but anyway, it was like we were saying a while back. If you can't question something, there's a problem. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So for somebody to not be able to come out and say, "Hey," which I get it if you're working in a place like that and it's government secrets, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But to sit there and get caught in all these lies like they did when it came to this Bob Lazar guy, that was scary. Diddy pool. When is it? Where? When's the Diddy pool party?
I'm down.
Bring your own baby oil. Oh
Slip and
shit.
slide at Diddy's.
Well, I gotta bring my own, man.
There's a
You at
1,000
least
bottles
provide
over
that.
there. Shit.
I hadn't heard nothing about him lately. I
Me
guess
either.
I'm surprised he's still around.
Me either. Hey, so I don't know why, but I woke up at like 4:30 this morning, and
Yeah, good time.
for whatever reason, I, something popped up. Maybe it was the other day. I heard something on TikTok about like the 90s disses between, just no, it was Boosie commenting on No Vaseline and Hit
Yeah,
'em Up. Which one was
right.
better? Da da da. Well, I've heard snippets of Hit 'em Up, but I never heard either of the full songs, right? So for whatever reason, this is on my mind at 4:30 this morning, so I listened to them. Which
Oh,
led
well, so wait,
into
hold on. So at 4:30 in the morning, you're pulling up Pac songs
yeah,
and Ice Cube.
yeah. I'm laying in bed and
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
listening to Hit 'em Up. I'm
Yeah,
laying in bed listening to No Vaseline. I'm trying to keep it quiet because everybody's sleeping. That
yeah,
led into Real Motherfucking G's,
yeah.
which led into, Dre and everything, right? And then
Sure.
um, a Benzino diss by Eminem popped up, and just hearing them all together in a very short amount of time, it made me really realize how much better Eminem is at just
Then the
diss
rest of
songs
them.
than any of them.
Yeah,
And everybody's like, "Hit 'em Up's the best diss record ever," and I'm just like, you put that on and then listen to any of the Benzino disses by Eminem, and it's just worlds of
yeah.
difference.
I think I'm trying to think because I know "Hit 'Em Up." I think for one, it's the track, the beat that he's on that song is just
Yeah,
so. I mean, it catches you from the beginning, and then he just went straight from the fucking beginning. I mean, you claim to be a player, but I fucked your. I mean, he didn't stop. You know what I mean? It wasn't just oh, you dress stupid and you're ugly. I mean, he went straight like supposedly talking real shit. You know what I mean? And
right.
now, as far as being a wordsmith, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
how do you argue that with Eminem coming
Dude,
after
it
you? I
was
mean, they
just like, because I hear people or see people on the internet and they're like, Eminem wasn't as great as, everybody claims he was, da da da. But
yeah,
like, go listen to any of these great diss records and then listen to early Eminem diss records. And it's just, it's not even on the same planet. It's so
yeah.
far separated. It's insane.
I was listening.
And
Go ahead.
there's a lot of sus shit in y'all's 90s and mid 90s raps like No Vaseline.
What you mean?
Ice Cube kept saying like basically y'all and that Jew was fucking me and now I'm
Yeah,
fucking you and I'm like whoa
yeah,
whoa whoa what
yeah. But I
like
think he was just meaning that he was, once Cube left the group, it was
it's kind
kind
of
of
sus
Thomas. The topic is whatever. Right now, we're talking
everything.
about diss songs and gangster rap for some reason.
We're
But
talking about
yeah,
No Vaseline and
I was listening to yeah, we did, Ed. We did. But I was listening to I think his name is Tony Yayo. He's one of 50 Cent's dudes. And
mhm,
he was talking about M and he said M's got like a diss track ready for everybody. He said so you don't ever wanna he's like he's got them. It's there.
he's
You
just
don't as
ready.
soon as you say anything, this motherfucker's got one in the chamber, you know what I mean?
He's
But yeah,
just
I mean
like
it's
It I guess I don't know if it was the drugs or if he was just a really angry man in the early 2000s, but, like, it was just like, even the whole Source thing, like, was over getting 4 microphones out of 5 in the
yeah,
magazine, and it was
yeah.
like, "You motherfucker."
And he ended that shit. Like he ended the source. He killed it. Because
Yeah,
back when I was young, that was the magazine. You know what I mean? It
right.
was the shit if it came to anything to do with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And then all it did was take for some reason, like I said, to piss off Eminem, and then it was done.
Yeah.
Which I guess magazines was kind of dying off anyway, but still, I mean, you fuck with the wrong one. Let's see.
Yeah, the vapes aren't good, but
Fake
It's
not
better
good
than
for your health, bro. Thomas, yeah. Well, what is?
could be
You know,
crack.
it might be crack.
Take back our land.
What land? Whoa, my God! What are we getting into, Thomas? My God, you're scaring me. What
Shifting
land?
gears here.
What land are we taking back?
Get off my land.
Are you Native American? Oh yeah. Well, we're trying to, dude. That's what we need Trump for. Not
Uh,
take back, but I mean, we're
um,
trying to at least get the country back on the right track. You know what I'm saying?
Look, we are
You
taking
know,
back
say,
our land one subscriber at a time. So if you want to help us out,
what's up, bro? I don't even know how to pronounce your name. I'm a maroon. Why are you a maroon, dude? He's still hitting the top charts here, still selling a lot of records even decades after his so-called prime time. Who? Who we talking about, Luther? Who we talking about?
we shall be. I don't know what you're talking about, Thomas.
RBLMXMD, whatever the hell you pronounce that. What you want me to say, bro?
Bundys are taking it
I'll
back from the
talk to
Fed.
anybody. Come on. Look, we're down here in southern Louisiana.
Surely is.
We're here. Ask us. You got to be curious about something going on in fucking Louisiana, y'all. Come on. It's
We'll do it
question
like
night. Let's go.
Reddit.
Let's go. What'd you say?
I said we'll do it
Reddit?
like Reddit, like they do the
Like
Ask
Reddit?
Me Anythings.
Ask me anything. Let's do it.
Maroon language.
God
Red
bless
language? Is that
America.
is that like Republican? Is talking about red language?
I am sorry, people. What in the hell are you talking? Where are you from, RBLMXMD? They talking about Alvin Kamara being traded.
What?
Did you watch any of that game last night? I don't know how anybody can stand to sit
It
there through
was.
that shit more than 10 minutes, man. It was
I
horrible.
couldn't. I couldn't. Sovereign.
Yeah, me too.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, what else going on in the news? What's hot in the news, y'all?
Um,
See, I did see Kane and the Undertaker came out supporting Trump. They did a
what?
TikTok video with Trump in the middle. They're sitting on a couch and he's in the middle and they're supporting him. Because I think
That's
that
what I'm
Dave
talking about.
Bautista or whatever, the ex WWE wrestler, came out in support of
Yeah.
Harris.
Oh
So
God.
yeah, the Undertaker and Kane got back together, the greatest tag team partnership ever in the WWE. They got did a little video telling you basically vote for Trump, you fucking idiots.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm glad we're on the WWE subject. You seen that shit that came out a while back? It was probably pretty old now, but with Vince McMahon paying that chick to shit on her or something like that, or shit on him. Wait,
No, I didn't. I didn't. But what does that pay? Does it pay good? I mean, I'll shit on him
it
for the
was
right
good
price.
money. His sex
Yeah,
trafficking scandal.
Brad. Brad, you gotta, dude. How much money you got, Brad? Brad wants to come on the podcast on the little live thing. I mean, for the right price, brother, anybody can get on. Matter of fact, they got a little way you can donate right now. Hit that little cash button in the comments there, and you can donate some money. It goes to a good cause. My mortgage.
Yeah.
My
So
country is what? What is that flag, dude? I can't see it. It's too little. What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
I am in need of money. Yeah, me too, bro.
Me too, bruh.
Me too.
So apparently the lawsuit happened January 25th, 2024, and it says in June 2020, Grant McMahon and a personal friend of McMahon engaged in a threesome, and at one point McMahon defecated upon Grant. McMahon temporarily retired to the restroom and cleaned himself, at which point the threesome continued for an hour and a half, with Grant still covered in McMahon's feces.
What?
Yeah.
That can't be real. What's that coming
It's
from? What site?
Well, this is Wikipedia, but it was like it's a
But there's
lawsuit.
a real lawsuit.
Oh yeah,
So, well,
yeah.
what are they suing for?
She says that she was sex trafficked and
And made the shit on them?
Yeah. Well, he shit on
Oh.
her, and then they continued the
Oh,
threesome with
oh,
his shit
oh,
on her.
Jesus Christ. Thomas, I see your message, buddy. You're okay. So I'm confused. So, all right. So he was shitting on, supposedly shitting on her.
Yeah, so him and his homeboy and old girl
Yeah.
had a
Yeah.
threesome. Vince McMahon, his character, shits on her, right? And then
Right.
goes and takes a shower and then comes back with her still covered in shit to continue the threesome.
I I hope it's real just because it's so fucking bonkers. I hope like, oh my God. I don't know. It sounds like somebody just trying to get some money, but you figure you can make up a better fucking thing than that. You come to America,
Yeah.
you're gonna, where's he from? So he's from Ethiopia. You're coming to America, RBLMXMD. You don't want to come here, bro. Stay
You
where
be
you at.
like Eddie Murphy, dude.
McMahon isn't in his 70s. He's in his 70s. What they got to do with it? He can
Yeah, and
still take a dump.
he was
he can
shitting on
still,
chicks and having threesomes, what,
he can
4
still
years
take a
ago.
dump. Wow. I haven't heard that. Why haven't I heard that story?
Well, apparently the lawsuit was filed in January of this year, so I guess it's still fairly new.
Well, I'm joining it. He shit on me too. I want to get in on that.
Yeah.
I want to get on that. Let's see. What else hot in the news besides Vince McMahon taking a dump on people? Kamala Harris is a joke. Let's see. You didn't catch any of that shit that was going on with Trump last night? Man, he was
No.
cracking jokes and fucking it was funny as shit, dude.
Mm-mm.
It was funny. You have to
Hey,
look it up.
when was that? I did see a video yesterday of somebody trying to rush the stage. I don't know if it was a recent thing or not. I just saw the
Mm,
video and it was like some it
yeah,
was
I
just
haven't.
some dude and he tried to rush the stage from behind him and like Trump was like, I was ready for him. I was ready for him, but it's
That
just
may have
easier
been.
if
I
the
think
police
that
take
was
care of him.
old. Yeah,
Was it
I know
old?
what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about because he kind of like jumped like he was. Yeah, that one was a while back, if I'm not mistaken. Because I do, I think I recall something like that happening a while back.
Yeah. The podium stage he speaks on, Ed. Whatever apparently it was at a rally, but it may not have even been this like campaign. I don't know. It was just a short that happened to pop up on my feed.
Yeah, like I said, I think that was something that happened, but it was I don't know if it was a fan or something. I don't know. I remember somebody kind of coming at the stage, and then he kind of turned around, like he was ready,
Yeah.
But I think that
He's
was before all the other shit had went
said
down.
he was ready, like he was gonna box him up.
Hell, he was ready, dude. Trump don't
Hey,
care.
there's like four NBC News articles, MSN, CNN about Vince McMahon shitting on people, dude.
And I ain't heard none of it, dude. How did I miss this story? It's a major
It's like,
story. That's a major story.
oh,
I
it's
knew he was
Ian.
in trouble. Like he had to step down from the CEO or whatever of WWE because of some shit he had gotten
Yeah,
to a couple years back. But yeah, I didn't know about the whole taking a dump on people.
so
Is that the
fucking
Ian?
crazy. I think so. What up, Ian? My
What's up with
dog.
this Liam Payne, dude? The dude
Who?
from One Direction or whatever that jumped out the fucking
Oh,
balcony or fell off the fucking balcony or whatever, man.
I don't know. I saw that he died, but I didn't care that much about One Direction, so I never looked
Yeah, I don't
into
know
it. And
much
then,
about him. I just see it's all over the fucking news. Apparently, he was on some kind of mushrooms or something that he was hallucinating. Some kind of drugs he was taking is the last thing I saw.
damn,
And I don't know if he jumped, fell, or what. But I'm like, good God Almighty, it's been all over the fucking news.
the fuck are they putting in these mushrooms?
I guess he thought he could fly.
Fuck,
I don't
man.
know.
Yeah, we remember you, Ian. Glad you're well
Yes.
too, buddy.
Yep.
You missed
Oh, Ian.
all the conversations about outer space and shit, dude.
Ian, are you old enough to vote? I don't know if Ian's old enough to vote. Let's see. Looking for some breaking news.
Me too. I wish something would break.
I know. I seen some
Oh,
dude tied his fucking dog to a fence during the fucking hurricane in Florida and gotten all
yeah.
kind of shit.
I did see that. I saw that when they found the dog, and then likes the alien theory. Hell yeah. You got any
All right,
theories?
I got a
Um,
question for everybody watching. And everybody watching, I need to know in them comments: is it okay to pee in the shower? Because that's been a big debate. I seen a news article pop up on why you shouldn't pee in the shower, and I'm like, "Fuck you! I'm pissing in the shower. Get over it."
yeah, why would you not? Jeez.
I'm old. Yes. What the fuck does that mean, Ian?
Nice.
Uh,
Hell no. What?
no, Ed. Why can't you piss in the shower? It's going down the drain.
I've even seen stories of people
Ed
like,
said, "Hell
shh.
no." Pee off the
Yeah,
porch. Yeah, I piss. I get that too. But what if you're in the shower and you got to piss? You supposed to get out?
yeah, right. Like, what the fuck? I
Why would you
mean,
not piss in the shower?
I think they're all fake, but I've seen stories of people shitting in the shower and like waffle stomping it through the drain and shit. So I think
Waffle stomping it.
that's taking it a little far, but
No, dude, I'm not shitting in the shower, but yeah, I'm pissing if I gotta piss. I'm sorry.
absolutely.
Oh Lord.
You see, Poly Market's got Trump 60%,
Yeah,
Kamala at
dude, they're
40.
fucking smoking it, man. So I'm watching all the left people on the left on X going nuts, saying, oh, these fucking, you got to realize this isn't a fucking, this isn't a poll. I mean, it means nothing. I'm thinking, yeah, unless it said Harris was winning, then all
Yeah.
of a sudden it would be, oh look, I'm watching. They were in meltdown mode yesterday when I was looking at that. What's Larry say? I've had people shit in shower at work. Yeah, I'm not shitting in
Oh,
the shower, dude.
God.
I just want to know if people thought about pissing in it. It was a question we got.
That'd be the day I quit.
Yeah.
Hey, go clean up the shower shit. Like, nah,
Yeah,
nah,
because
nah,
people
nah.
feet graze the shower floor. Well, so what, dude? And if you're gonna sit there and tell me you never piss in the shower, I don't believe it.
But
Stop
nobody
lying, Ed.
uses my shower but me.
Yeah, I'm not. Nobody's licking the floor. I
I'm
don't
not,
think. And if they are, then I mean, whatever.
and I'm not taking public showers either. Like,
What about in the pool? Can we piss in the pool? Everybody on it is going to deny they pissed in the pool, right?
I think
Not me.
the no's are coming, dude.
Fuck that. The hell with all of y'all. I'm pissing in the shower.
It
I'm
would
going
have
to
never
continue to do it.
been a lie told that the pool would turn green or blue or whatever and follow you if you
Yeah,
pissed in the pool if nobody pissed in the pool.
yeah. You remember that lie that they got something in it. It turns it colors.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Oh,
people. What's it saying? I don't because I always have a dump before. Well, I ain't say shit in the shower, but I guess you're pissing while you're dumping. What in the fuck have we turned? Oh man, I love it.
dude, the volume on the Poly Market presidential election winner 2024 is at $2 billion volume.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
that's crazy, isn't it? Well, let me ask you this serious question. Get away from
Yeah.
pissing on the fucking thing. Do you think people can be like born good or born evil, or do you think those personalities are like developed as a child?
I
I mean,
think I think as a majority standpoint, I think a lot of it is carved, by childhood, but I think there's definitely situations where it's like they're just born where there's just
like
there's no
yeah,
help. They're just born and just I don't know, something in their brain isn't right and they just
yeah. I guess like if you're say like a sociopath or something, like it's there from the beginning, is what you're saying.
yeah.
Like you don't think you develop that trait. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think, like I said, I think there's definitely some developmental milestones that with the wrong set of, you know, predicaments as a child that you may develop some of those things over a childhood, but I definitely think that there are cases where children can just be born bad
Yeah.
and you know.
Yeah, I was always wondering because there's like there's people that can, say like take a life and not think twice about it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like an innocent life, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, is that something that, for some reason something happened, as far as when their brain was developing as a child, or were these people just born just fucking just, with no remorse and no empathy and, no sympathy and, or if that's something that's developed, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's hard
I
to
like I
answer.
said, I think the majority of it does happen during childhood because it does, you hear with a lot of like serial killers and shit that it comes out that they were just terribly abused when they were younger, So,
Yeah. Well, you
um
take somebody like Jeffrey Dahmer,
mhm,
who by all accounts, even his own account, he had a normal childhood, a
right.
loving family, loving parents, but I guess he had this urge in his brain. So something like that, I guess I kind of answered my own question that,
Yeah,
I guess he was born with that. I don't see how you develop that coming from a natural, your parents are fine, you had a normal upbringing, and then all of a sudden you want to, yeah, I don't know what his goal was. I guess to have sex slaves and zombies and shit, but don't
yeah.
seem like anything that was developed from his childhood. So I guess he was born nuts. So I guess I kind of, like I said,
I
I kind of
mean,
answered my own question there.
he sounds like a
You know,
scientist to me.
he just wanted to experiment.
He was
Just
just
decided to pick humans to do it on. But
that's
no,
what
I was
happened.
wondering
He
that.
was
I don't.
like he had
I was
Frankenstein
watching.
on replay.
I was watching something the other day that, was one of these child killer things, and it made me
Mhm.
wonder, like, is that something that, like, there's no hope for somebody like that, or could something have changed that person's path? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like I said, I feel like the majority of them, yes, there could have been different circumstances that changed that path, but I think you definitely have the Jeffrey Dahmers out there that are
Well,
just
that's
like
what I was
there
going to say. Do
is
you
no
think,
changing it.
right? That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think anything could have changed what Jeffrey Dahmer was going to do?
If
You
all
know what I
accounts
mean?
of his early life are correct,
Yeah.
and there's no lies being told, then definitely not. I don't think there's anything that
Yeah.
could have happened that would have changed the course of his life, as far
Yeah.
as what he decided to do.
Yeah. So it's like, I think we touched on it a while back, but it's like, what do you do with children that, say they show signs of that at a young age? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what do you do with that? I mean, it's crazy. Like, how do you
I don't
handle a
know,
child that
cause
you see these psychopath tendencies in? You know what I mean? It's
right.
like, I don't know.
I don't know, it's
Ed thinks
hard
that,
because you get that with a lot of situations where, like, there's just a lot of situations that involve death that in hindsight, looking back, it's like, it was probable that this was gonna happen, but there's
yeah,
nothing you can do, with even
nothing
with
you
a
can,
lot of mass shooters and shit, it's like in hindsight, we could tell that this is the route that it was going to go, but you can't arrest somebody or, lock somebody up for shit that they haven't
right.
done. I mean,
Yeah,
if somebody's just deemed mentally insane, you can put them in the mental asylum, but only until they release them. And it's definitely a difficult situation that I don't know if there's any perfect way to handle it.
no, yeah, it's crazy because they got a lot of, man, they got some psychopath fucking kids out there,
Oh, yeah.
man. And it's, what's Ed say? Ed definitely thinks they were born that way. Yeah, I started to think that once we started talking about Dahmer, it was, like I said, I think I answered my own question with that one because I don't think there was no change in the way that boy felt. You know what I mean? Because he was doing that shit from a young age. Like,
Yeah.
admittedly, he was started with animals like a lot of them do. You know,
Yep.
I don't know what do you think it has to do with genetics? That's a good question, but and I keep going back to Dahmer just because I watched a few of the documentaries on him, and I don't see anything that led to that, as far as him talking about his family and even his parents, talking. But I mean, you figured if Dahmer couldn't fight that urge, there'd have been somebody else down the line that couldn't have fought that urge either. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If it was a genetic thing, is the way I would think. But I mean, what the fuck do I know? But yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good
and
question,
like
Ed.
you even have like the kind of like an Ed Gein situation, where
Now he was
he
the
didn't he was mainly grave robbing and shit. But like he was where the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series like
oh,
was
that was where
based
that
on
came
him.
from.
Yeah,
Okay,
and he was, I mean, never in any kind of public eye until his mom died, and then he kind of went off the rails, you know?
so because I know when I was young, it was told that that was based on a true story.
Yeah.
But there wasn't a guy running around with a fucking chainsaw cutting people up, is what you're saying.
No.
He was basically getting corpses and maybe
Yeah.
making the skin out of them because I think that was a lot of what was the theme of the movie. Is he was Leatherface. He was wearing the mask of a
Well, yeah,
dead
they went in
person,
his house and he had like all of his bowls and cups and shit were like the tops of
human.
human skulls and shit, and
Okay,
like
but it was a lot of
his
shit. He was grave robbing.
he
He
was grave
was
robbing it. That's
okay.
what I'm looking at now, and he's only got he was charged with one count of first degree murder. So he wasn't
Okay,
out there just serial killing, but when they went to, I guess, arrest him for that, they were like, "What
yeah.
the fuck is going on in here?" You know?
Deplorable line. Buffalo Bill. Wasn't that the dude in the fucking Silence of the Lambs?
I think so. I
Shut
or
up, deplorable long guy.
yeah, the dude in Joe Dirt.
It was the Joe Dirt guy, wasn't it? Deplorable
Yeah,
long
Dirt
guy.
down there in the well.
Uh, Deplorable long guy. We asked a question to everybody earlier. Do you piss in the shower? Is that okay to pee in the shower? I got a bunch of no's, man, and I'm not agreeing with that.
Or what do you feel about these doctors and shit that wind up getting arrested as serial killers? Like they've made it through life at a high enough prestige to
To
get
be able to be a
through
fucking doctor?
medical school. And then
Yeah,
like this dude, Dr. Harold Shipman, who killed 218 patients by injecting them with lethal doses of drugs, right?
right.
So it's like it's not like he was just like some mentally, diminished person that just,
Yeah. No, he made it
didn't
to be a
develop
fucking
fully. He made
doctor.
it to be a fucking doctor and then was like, I'm gonna kill a bunch of people.
So it's
Fuck
like,
it.
did he now, was it as crazy as he became a doctor to do this? You know what I mean? Or was it just something that, like, he fought the urge to want to take a life and then
Yeah,
eventually just couldn't, and he just happened to be a doctor? You know what I mean? And then he was like, well, here's my opportunity. I've been fighting this
right.
urge my whole life. Is there anything, I mean, I don't remember that case. I mean, has he spoke on it at all that you
I
know of?
don't know. I've watched a few documentaries because he's not the only one. I've watched a
Hmm.
few documentaries of doctors
A lot
that
of
have
them. Yeah.
done that, and
Yeah.
like there was a younger doctor that went. I mean, he probably went through 12 hospitals because people kept dying under his watch, and
Yeah.
it, he said no. Basically, everything was normal, and like he was a decent healthcare provider for a while, and then just
Yeah.
was curious, and it didn't stop.
Deplorable long guy. Are you? We asked a question earlier. We want to know if your significant other committed murder. Are you going to help her or him? In your
Are you,
case, cover it up. If it was like a murder, I'm not talking about like self defense shit. Like if she
yeah, like
or he took somebody out. We'll see what deplorable long guy. And don't lie.
like
Be honest. He's ratting her. He's ratting her. He's ratting her out or him. I'm going him. I
I
think
think
deplorable
so.
long guy is. Yeah, I think he's. Which is cool. We're not here to judge. You know. You do what you want. But anyway.
I think deplorable long guy was the third in that Vince McMahon case.
Yeah. He was. He was getting shit on by Vince McMahon. That's what I'm thinking. What else we got going on? What's hot in the news? Nothing.
Nothing, man.
Nothing at all. We counting down. Election's coming. Election's coming. Trump's going to do it.
Well, the World Conquer Championship says it's investigating allegations of cheating after this year's men's winner was found to have a steel chestnut in his pocket. So
The world what? Explain that one to me.
the World Conquer Championship?
The hell is a conquer? Let's look it up.
I don't know, but he's a leprechaun.
He said, I don't know, but let's see what conquer is. Conquer is a chestnut that falls from trees and can be found all over Britain and Ireland in the fall. The competition, also known as conkers, goes like this. Holes are drilled through the conkers. Strings are threaded through each one, with one conker on a string for each competitor. Two opponents face off. Ooh, it's getting ready. They face off. Now, the goal is to destroy the other person's conker with your own by whipping one conker against another. Last person standing wins. So we just got to beat our conkers together.
Okay.
Apparently, that's how fucking bored do you have to be to drill a
And then
hole
to
through a
cheat.
fucking nut? Yeah, and then you're gonna cheat at conkers. And how do you cheat? What did he do?
He was found to have a steel chestnut in his pocket.
Oh, he switched it out. He's got them steel nuts. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. All right. Well, we've been going. Let's see. We've been hit that like and subscribe. What anything interesting in the comments? If not, we're fixing to get off of here. Nothing.
Koberger was pursuing a PhD in criminology at Washington State and murdered 4 Idaho State students.
Well, he sounds like an asshole.
He does sound like a dickhead, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Just get your PhD and fucking live life. No.
Yeah. All right. What else? That's it. Ed, thanks for joining, Ed. We do appreciate it, but about to get off of here.
Y'all come back and see us.
9:21 over here in Louisiana. And what that means is really nothing, but I'm going to fucking chill out. So y'all be good.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Washington State woman calls 911 after being hounded by up to 100 raccoons. Says a Washington State woman had to flee her property. She had to flee.
How do you attract 100 raccoons? So they had to be something they were like. What
they
in the
ascended upon her property and started acting aggressively.
Nah, that bitch was feeding them. She was feeding them, and then they got out of control.
Oh, yep. She told deputies she started feeding a family of raccoons decades ago, and it was fine until about 6 weeks earlier when the numbers showing up went from a handful to about 100, and they were becoming increasingly more aggressive.
That's what Ed was saying. She's been feeding them. Yeah, it had to have been. That's the only reason them animals like that keep coming around. It was something there for them.
Anyway, we'll leave off with that.
Everybody have a good night. B.S.ing with the guys, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace!